Come on now. You know you want to. There we go. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Hey, David, how you doing? Okay. Today, we're airbrushing. Yes, we are. And I'm actually organised. Yeah, it's true. I'm mostly ready to rock and or roll on this front. Um, I do wish to do those touch-ups on the engines that we have to do from yesterday. Now, if all of that comes together, which, yeah, don't see why it won't. Depending on, excuse me, itchy back. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, hey, Stephen, how you doing? Oh, mate, I'm so organised. You wait till you see how organised I am. Yes. Anyway, yeah, depending on how long this takes us, bearing in mind there is, of course, the joyous procedure of cleaning the airbrush. I wish I could just like leave it to the side, but you can't, man. You just can't. You can't do it. But in my eyes, anyway. Now, to stop myself from waffling further, it's about time to put some caffeine in and got down to business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's do this, gentlemen. Now, sloppy. Hang on a moment. Light as always. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do first is, give me a moment. Rather than grab all that and bring it forward, I'm going to mount these on their various plinths. While I'm here, I'll give this our black a bit of a shake. Shake. And then I'll just get those out of the way. We'll do the engines. I'll put them out of the way. And then we'll airbrush. There's our plan of attack. All right. I'll come back to shaking that. Now, and yeah, that's nice and solid. Might just grab that while I'm here. And here comes the moment of truth, kids. Is this going to come out nicely for us? So I want to use this plinth. This thing. Come on, baby cakes. Now you can do it. Come on. There we go. My concern was that the stand and ammunition racks would come out. This is the dorsal turret. So yeah. Now I can pop that out of the way. Alrighty. Now, this one will hold. That one. And yes, now. Toothpick time. Now, I do think sometimes, but which point yeah, it's going to hold fine. Well, this has all come together quite swimmingly. Now, just having a quick look over at the engine parts. That won't take long either. Oh, whoop, dearie me. Oh, hey, King Fox, how you doing? Okay, well, if you have any questions as we go along, do feel free to ask, mate. Don't be shy. I'm sure either of myself or your co-viewers would be happy to supply information. After all, that's part of the joy of modelling. The sharing. Sharing is caring, people. Don't mind me. Now, what I'm going to do, see, my knees give me a bit of jip right now. I'm just giving you a bit of a massage there. Oh, yeah. Nice, that feels so good. Dear, oh dear. Tell you, I get massage therapy every week, and when my massage therapist gets her thumbs into that joint, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, actually, why am I putting them anywhere? They can just go in the bin. I don't need them. It's a force of habit from when I was at Kensington Gardens. And I did not have a bin convenient. I used to just leave them on the desk. Bits of sprue, that is. And, look, it's not really an ideal thing that just adds crap to your desk. I've got enough crap on my desk that I do need, let alone shit that I don't. Alright, that's them sorted. Let's give this a bit more of a shake. Now, one of these, in fact, I think two of these engines are all good. And two of them have, we'll see. We'll see. Now, get this out of the way. Indeed, into the drawer, no less. Now, let's have a look at the stems on this one. That's solid. Okay, that can go out to here. Now, I'm just trying to remember which one. I should have put the ones that it was identified them yesterday. Should have put them. Boom, there's one. Boom, number two. Wow. That's cool, man. Whilst I don't have trains myself, I do dig them. For me, they're a bit like, well, the thing about train sets is you do require space. By virtue of, or at least you do if you have them permanently set up, which of course with your layout around it is the GO. But with both instances, part of it's a space thing, part of it's a time thing. But yeah, trains are cool. Now, oh, that's cool, man. Nice one. Now, for those who are watching, I can flick the link up for you to join me on camera. As far as your camera comes up on the screen, it's a shared screen sort of a dealio, if you would like to. Yeah, if you would, just let me know and I'll... 1, 2. Now, tweezers. Anyway, I think it was these ones I liked. I'll go with these ones actually. I'm going to turn that around. I should have done this beforehand, but it's okay. And we'll grab it thus. And toothpick. There we go, that's close enough that once it dries, no one will notice. Give me a moment, I'll zoom you in. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that this one here is the one I've just put in, but the odds of someone pegging that remote is not going into a competition, so I'm less bothered. And finally, if someone starts saying, well, I noticed one of your rah is not correct, and it's right about them that I play the baseball bat to the head. Gently. Repeat. Actually, what am I saying? Gently. We all know what the drill is. Off with their heads. Yeah, I can see the overlap on doing trains and dioramas. Dioramas look very cool. I haven't done one, but just the whole things you can do and set up and look at would be very cool. So we can just get a mouthful of coffee. I do have the, I guess what could be termed starter set of a diorama, which is to say the Italeri Pegasus Bridge. Now, the bit I'm going to be using is that bit. These are actually the bomb holders from a Lancaster. But in this instance, that little bit there is going to become, or is going to replace one of the bits that got broken off on the B-17 engine. Now, there we go. Might as well do both while we're here. Actually, no. That way, at least I know where that is. All right. Now, where's our spot that needs to be fixed? There. So I'll zoom in so you can see what we're doing. Okay, here we go. Good. Now, let me get a toothpick here. You'll notice we're missing one of those for there. This we will now fix. Zoom out a little. That's probably enough here. All right. There for the time being. moving. And oops, got a bit carried away with the glue there, but never mind. If it gets very ugly on the glue front, I will address that with some oil stain. Toothpick. A bit. Hang on. And there we go. Done. That easy. Zoom out. Yeah, nice. I've, out of curiosity, which link is it? I know that Airfix used to do a B3, and I think I know they still do a B3 for sure, and they do it at Ambusters as well. I think they used to do a B1, I think it was. Now, finally, this one. I'll give you where's the trouble spot? I need to find it anyway. There. Oh, there we go. Yep. Now, on this instance, you'll see here. Is our issue? So we'll fix that one. You coming? Right. I'm just going to trim the sprue down, throw away the bits that are of no benefit to me. Keep these two little bomb racks. They have shown themselves to be useful. Well, these two have. These two may be later as well, you never know. Now, almost at the airbrush point. Jolly good. Next, as we have done before, after all, if it's working okay that way, why would you change? Got to give it to Revell on the whole engine assembly thing. They've done very well with that. Hang on, not too happy with how quickly that glue is coming out. Give me a moment. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Tweezers. Oh. So, what? Almost. Boom. And there we go. There's our engine completed now. All tidied up. We is good. Ah, Revell B3, nice. Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, taking old kits apart's a bit of a faff, but can be rewarding, it must be said. Now, next, give this paint a bit more of a shake. I'll tell you right now, is one of the times the B-17. No, mate, I don't really have the time, or indeed, well, it's not a question of not having the time. It's more a question of not having the. To be honest, I don't actually know how I'd go about it. I won't lie. B, depending on how much it would require, I actually have very limited space these days. I'm pretty much my premise is completely full. So, was to require any extension of space of any kind, it would be a bit of a no-go. But beyond that, I do find that very cool as a thing to do. The other side of it, though, is on the whole, not that many people are going to see it. If it was going to go somewhere maybe for public display on a regular basis, then I probably would consider it. As it stands, it isn't. So, yeah. After that sermon on the Mount, which is probably more of an answer than you necessarily required, right. Just put that into there for a moment. Now, I might slightly first. Can I get it further out? No. Can do. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably a better viewing position for you for what we're doing. Now, mouthful of coffee is always a good idea at any given time. Oh yeah, that is the ticket. Yeah, I'll cruise over to your channel and sub to you too soon, after the stream, King Fox. Now, next. Oop. It's hard to pour stuff into that with the lid on. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's not going to be anywhere near enough, but I'm okay with that. Because that was a little bit unsettling. Yeah, you can do it. I think it's definitely an easier thing to achieve on the bigger scales, but you can do it on any scale, really, I believe. And I believe the engines these days can be incredibly small due to the advances in technology. However, again, there's a lot of faff involved, and given the amount of people who are actually going to see it, rather we get on something new, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I love my model building, but there comes a point where even I start going, do feel free to take a sedative. Now. Very quickly. Yep, we are good to go, kids. Now, we'll start with the Lavochkin. Nice. All right. Now, first propeller. There we go. Second propeller. This is rotating a little bit in the blue tack there, but never mind. Maybe if I... There we go. There we go. Maybe just... Oh! That's suboptimal. How to address this one, kids? Hang on a moment. Dear me. Yes, I have. Terry does good work on that caper. It's a bit of his thing to do. I've seen him do it with all sorts of kits, actually. Seems to be a bit of a go-to. He does, however, deal in bigger scales, 1:24, stuff like that. Which is fine. It's probably a better scale to do it in. I mean, 1:72. Ha! All right. Now, we're making very good time on this, guys. I'm pretty pleased. Now, what I'll do next is I'm going to top that paint up a bit. And then we'll go for a bit of round 2 paint. Then I'll clean the brush, which is, of course, as we all know, the more time-consuming part of airbrushing. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, lot size on its own dictates that a 1:24 is going to have a shitload more space to work within that capacity than a 1:72. Now, that said, I believe the actual engines that you use are small enough you can actually put them in quite easily. It's a question of A, could you be bothered? B, it's just a whole stack of things. That might be enough, maybe a little more. There we go. I've ordered a new airbrush kit off of eBay. I'm rather keen for it to arrive. Airbrush cleaning kit, that is. Yeah. Yeah. Now. Noise. Officially and for the record, by the way, guys, this thing here, the airbrush booth, if you can get yourself in a position to have one set up and invest in one, get one. I recommend putting a bit of wood underneath here to support that the floor, and putting and getting a proper cutting board to put on top. But beyond that, boom, bee's knees, man. At the moment, it's raining outside and it's quite cold. And in any ordinary circumstance, or where I was living before, that would have been a deal breaker on the airbrushing front. Not anymore. Can't tell me that's not a win. With that. There we go. All right. One more. And they're done. That's good. That's happy, happy, joy, joy behavior, I tell you. And that actually means that we've cut it down to there's one last piece of airbrushing we need to do. And then will be all the painting done. And that will be on the engine cowls. Now, all right. Empty this out. Oh, it didn't take long. Excellent. Now, oh, hey, Sprue, how you doing? Oh, hey, Stephen, how you doing? Now, next, thinner. And so the game commences. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Right. Clean that out. Oh, hey, Johan, how you doing? Now, just air out. Deadly. Now, let's see. I would say there's a good possibility that we'll get some more assembly done today as well, depending on how quickly I can get this thing clean. Some days it seems to go boom, done, no time. Other times it seems to be a bit more of a faff about. Now, next we'll pop those over to there, that over to here. Clean piece of paper towel. Here. Now, I will need this. Oh, hey, Octrules, how you doing? Now, we shall go. There we go. Get out. Come. Alrighty. That's good to hear, man. Now, thinner. It's a bit up a jar of thinner. There's my jar of thinner. First, clean the needle. That's which one might first go to anyway. Nice. Now then. Next. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Healing. That. Oh, dearie me. This is part of the reason why I say that you can't just run thinner through your brush and expect it to be clean. This is part of the main reason why I ordered the new airbrush cleaning kit. These brushes have taken what we bald men call an absolute hammering. They're pretty old now, so you know. But the actual full kit comes with a few bells and whistles that I may or may not need, but it may be handy. You never know. It's handy. Well, hey. Now let's just check that's properly cleaned. I am from South Australia. I live in it's the capital of my state, which is apply the term province/county. But in global terms, it's a pretty small place. A place called Adelaide, which you probably haven't heard of, or you might have done, I don't know. My family is originally from the UK, England, actually. And during the Second World War, my mum, in fact my father as well, and grandparents, well, my mum's side of the family lived just outside of London. I'm not sure about my father. I've never really talked to him about the war. I know his dad went off and was operated part of the anti-aircraft guns. But it's because of that I actually drew me into the hobby. Because when I was a kid, I used to build kits when I was a kid. Build kits when I was a kid, but of course you just trash them. They're not great. But years later, I've gone back into it. Was because when I was young, I used to hear all the tales of. My grandfather loved aircraft, by the way. He was an engineer. Well, yeah. His qualifications were fitter and turner. For all that, they got him making bombs. We'll leave that discussion there. Anyway, he I used to hear all about the mighty Spitfire and dastardly Messerschmitt and the mighty Lancaster, and all these things. And years later, I actually studied Nazi Germany as part of modern European history. I actually went into it as a subject because it is interesting stuff and shaped a large part of the world today. So understanding how that all operates is kind of cool. Oh, hey, Smattering, how you doing, man? So, yeah. Anyway, ultimately, though, after all that waffle, I'm from South Australia, man. Now, this is something I really like about these airbrushes, by the way. The removable reservoir. You can't tell me that's not a win. Well, you can. I will disagree with you. I think it's a wee bit good, frankly. Actually, let's do this first. Okay. Now, wipe them down. Back into there. Wipe that around. Oh, hey, James, how you doing? Oh, look at that. Clean as a whistle is. Now, might just give a bit more of a wipe around the base there just to be sure. Yeah, almost on the home stretch of the cleaning front. And I would suggest, good. There we go. Yeah, let's get some of that yuckiness off. Get some of the mucky muck. There we go. Gotcha. I see it there. There we go. Yes, better. No one needs paint residue on their reservoir. I tell you, by golly, by gosh, by crikey. Now, next we shall. This has to be still clean, isn't it? Dunk. The edges here. Ooh, yuckiness. Oh, yeah. Again, this is why you can't just run thinner through and expect it to be clean. That's my opinion. I'm Ken Brockman, and that's my 2 cents worth. Actually, I'm not Ken Brockman at all. Now, here's a question I have posed a few times, and I've yet to receive the answer from anyone. Let's see if anyone can give it to me this time. Does anyone know Ken Brockman's original name from when he was a young juvie reporter? If you can give me the correct answer, you get a cheesy grin from the big man. Look, airbrushes are good, man. There's a number of things that are very good about them, which is to say, you get a nicer, more even paint job. It does take a bit of time to develop the technique. Ooh. Ah. Oh, that's cool, Johan. Nice. Yeah, Lancasters are cool. They're my favorite. Here we go. The Messerschmitt Bf-109 is my favorite fighter aircraft. To me, there is no sexier fighter than the 109. The Lancaster is my favorite bomber. And my favorite transport is the C-47. There we go. King Fox. Airbrushing is, like I said, it takes a bit of getting used to. It is worth it, in my opinion. You can get some really good results with hand brushing. I've seen some dudes who are shit hot at it, and yeah, boom. But equally, airbrushing can do some very funky stuff, and I'm an unabashed fan of airbrushing, as you can obviously gather. Alrighty, almost there, kids. Then, what do I want to do next? I think I can see something I'm going to do next, which is to say I'm going to put the, I'll put all this away, and I will reckon we'll be putting some of the guns in on our B-17. And that would be a bit cool. Yeah, getting there. I get a wee bit anal, for want of a better choice of words, on cleaning my airbrush, because to me you can never be too clean with this sort of thing. The old saying that look after your brush and it will look after you applies doubly when you were talking about your airbrush. Ich habe gesprochen. There's an irony. Johan, I'm learning German as a language. I just said German, and you're celebrating 80 years of freedom from them. I'm sorry, I can't help but see some degree of humor in having said German. You're celebrating 80 years of freedom from them. Oh dear, whoops. Now, final steps on the cleanup. One thing I do like to do is I would suggest that is a clean brush. Now, there we go. Actually, wait. There's one thing I might do. Just a small finishing touch, just to be absolutely sure. Now I'm going to need this one, I reckon. This is something I didn't do earlier. Into there with one of these. Just to make sure that any yuckiness. No, there wasn't, but and I'm going to run thinner through it again anyway, so it probably wouldn't have mattered even if there had been any paint in there. But you know. Hang on, come here, okay. There we go. Now. Okay. Right. Okay. Wow. That's very cool. You can use acrylics. Vallejo produce a range of acrylics for airbrushing. I have not used them, so I can't say as to how good they are. What I use, sorry, I'll get back to that shortly. That's really cool, Johan. I've actually speculated about doing a something for Market Garden. Although of course I've missed the 80 years of it this year, but never mind. But yeah, I find the whole Market Garden thing a very fascinating operation. Part of the theory was okay, but part of the planning, the rushing of it, the various elements of it that were deeply flawed. Anyway, the paint I use, getting back to the paints, King Fox, are these ones. Now these are lacquers. And the thing I like about these ones is that they're pre-mixed. You don't have to apply thinner on them at any point. You just shake and bake. And there's a fairly extensive range of colours. 4 or 5 different blacks. Specific, if you're doing Luftwaffe aircraft, they've got specific Reichsluftministry colours. They've got textbook US interior, RAF interior, so that's another option you could have. That's what I roll with. Now, again, and as I always say to people, just because that's how I roll does not mean that's how you have to roll. Hang on, I'm going to do a jump in the gun there. I want to just put a bit of thinner through this again. And I put the compressor on before I put that on. Causing the air to just rather than, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Now that's what I use. You do not have to use them. Obviously, as I said, you might, if in the acrylic range, you will find that Vallejo can help you out there. Ones I wouldn't use. When I first started airbrushing, I actually used Humbrol. And you had to thin them out really heavily. Don't. That's my advice to you. Really thick gluggy paints are not your friend. You could possibly go Model Master or Tamiya. Their enamels aren't quite so gluggy and are better quality, in my opinion. I was given some Model Master, and I was written, oh, really? And then I put it to use on a couple of things, not to airbrush, just hand brush. Really good. I was most impressed, actually. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else I can probably fit. Now, I normally would put water in this, but my water bottle's actually outside. There we go. Although you don't necessarily have to run water through it. It's not necessarily. I tend to do it to try and protect the seals a bit. Sorry, I'll stop there. Now, wipe that down. Alrighty. Happy, joy. But yeah, the bigger thing with regards to airbrushing King Fox is the time required to clean them. They are fiddly to clean, but I maintain it's worth it. Here we go. Johan has got the data for us. There we go. Yeah, look, I initially went for Humbrol paints because when I was a kid, God, there's a memory. The go-to kits were Airfix and maybe Revell, and all the paints were Humbrol, and that was it. These cheap Japanese things, I tell you, they were a bit frumpy, old boy. You just didn't get them. But when I came back, of course, the terrain or the modelling landscape had changed quite dramatically. Yeah, but the thing that sealed it for me was one day I was trying to mix some Humbrol for. I don't think I was actually going to airbrush it. I was just mixing it, and as I picked up, there was just a glob of pigment. It was like, really? Whereas if you look at Model Master, produce really good enamels, and so did Tamiya. Yeah, their ones are good gear. But I'd probably apply them for small area hand brushing myself. That's me. But Johan has indeed supplied us with some data that the Vallejo airbrushing range is entirely suited to the purpose. So there you go. There's a bit of data. So there's options for you. Yes, you can go Vallejo or you can go SMS, depending on what you want. The thing I like about SMS is that as lacquers, they tend to be a bit hardier, a bit stronger than acrylics. Acrylics, of course, you want to get the varnish on, not barely soon to seal it in. Now, that's my opinion again. Now, we shall do. Just probably put that spanner down a bit lower than I would like. One of the things I would suggest with regards to airbrushing is because you'll find there's different sized needles. Now, for bigger area stuff, you'll want to go a 0.3. Make sure you get a decent sized reservoir. For smaller details, that's where a 0.2 is good. There you go. There's an opinion for you as well. All right. Now, here are our propellers. No, I won't unwrap them just yet. Okay, I reckon I've got just enough time to put these in. Being there we go. And there's a review from David as well. I tend to use Vallejo's for detailing. In fact, here's the thing for you. Actually, these could probably use a couple of little touches on them, but to get see, because you can see there's a bit of screw point there that needs to be tidied up. But while we're here, these have been painted with Vallejo's, with the exception of the stem, which is, excuse me a moment, that's actually SMS, and the reason I used SMS is because it's the same color as the rest of the interior green that is required. Give me a moment. Those little white spots are irritating me. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We're going to fix them. Then I reckon I'll light the stream up, and I reckon we can knock off the interior tomorrow, though, and that will be cool because then it's mainframe assembly. That's a bit exciting. The reason I can confirm that that's going to be the case. Hi, Columba. That's okay. That's an easy fix. I glued it anyway. In fact, I didn't. Is because we've got all that ready to rock. That now fits. Yay. We've got that ready to rock. We can finish the tail gunner position. So we'll be able to get it all going. I just want to tie those up. They just, to me, look a little bit meh. It's one of those, no one's going to notice, Rob. Yes, but I will. Moments, you know what I'm saying? We all get them. And in fact, while I'm here, give me a moment. It's a couple of little spots on the ball turret I wouldn't mind tidying. In fact, on all these parts I wouldn't mind tidying up. And I might do them all now. I'll start off with a bit of black. And most of this is, I'm falling heavily into pedantry. You know, that's what modelers do, isn't it? These little bits of are you for real? What I'm doing here, yep, is just, there we go, that's nicer. bit on this side too, I reckon. There we go. Now zoom out. Now on this one, there's a couple of bits of green I wanted to tidy up. The back there, under the ammo cases. No, what I am is afflicted with perfectionism. I'm by star sign, I believe I'm a Libra. But I was always, but more's the point, as it applies to what you're seeing here. I was always raised with a not good enough sort of response from the parents. Ergo, oh, I must be better. It's not good enough. One of the things this hobby is doing for me, though, is actually getting me to understand that things rarely are perfect. Now, and sometimes it's good to accept that. Now, next, if I can get out both the colours I'm after here, I think, with a bit of luck. Bam. And that's bronze, I'm after brass. Brass. Rubbin. Which means it's in another one, and for the 2 seconds it's going to take to do that, I'm not going to waste a whole stack of time seeking it right now. I'll do that later, because I'm pretty confident I can just, once I've found them, I'll say, splash, done. So we'll get these done, and then we'll yeah, it's a curious form of masochism. But I would have to confess it's a form of masochism that I rather enjoy. There's that spot. Correspondingly. There we go. There we go. Now, what I'm going to tidy up on here, once I get hold of the brass bits, those little bits on the ammunition straps, I'll show you them, just so you can see what I'm going to tidy up. I'll get that done before tomorrow's stream, so as that we can get it all in. All right. Actually, I'd be stoked if we got it all in tomorrow. So there's a very good chance. There's a bit I want to tidy up. As you can see, there's a little bit of sprue where I've had taken the gun. They didn't actually supply printed ammunition, so I've sort of gone for a vague line as to where the bullets and the rounds would be. You can see where there's a bit of brass that needs to be replaced. So we'll do that before the stream tomorrow, thus enabling us to put everything in tomorrow. And that would be good. Now, tomorrow is Friday. In fact, that's an appropriate point to be at, because then on the Monday we can start main assembly. Boom. There's a win. Oop. Hang on a moment. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. Well, it does indeed keep you sane. It's they reckon there's a number of activities you can do recreationally that are really good to help your mental health, and this is one of them. I do another one that's good for your mental health: fishing. Yeah. Alrighty. But yes, it keeps your mind agile as well. Here's a line of thought for you, and I like sharing this one because it's something that my grandfather told me that, to me, it's one of those things that when you're told it, you go, yeah, right, because it's true. And because, yeah, I won't go into the exact details of when he told it to me, but his line was, if you don't find something to get you out of bed in the mornings, eventually you won't. And even if it's something as minor and relatively trivial as building a scale model, it's good for your health. And by being good for you, your mental health, it's good for your overall health. And that's always a win. So yeah, it gives you something to get out of bed for. Once I've got all these into here, that round two down to there. All right. Yep. Well, that is me done for today. Oh, I'm going to quickly switch this off. All righty. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I do genuinely appreciate it. Now, yes, first-time viewers, I'm sure you know what I'm about to ask you to do. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord, and Rob the Builder on Food Monster on Twitter. Again, follow, like, or subscribe. Alrighty. Tomorrow I will be back. As I said, we're going to put all the stuff on the inside of the B-17 tomorrow. My pleasure, David. As all. Thanks for swinging past. Thanks for everybody for swinging past. I appreciate these things. And yeah, so tomorrow we're going to finish the interior of the B-17. Yeah, there's a win. All right. Well, that said, all that's really left for me to say is that I will, in fact, be back again tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. And I'll catch you then, hopefully. See yous.